I decided to move out to also discover as part of my journey to see how people will do differently or what people do differently in case they are starting pig farming today. And according to the people I also interacted with, the first thing they're going to do is they consider the market. The market is very important because if your animals are ready or your products are ready, who is going to buy from you? That is the first thing you ask. Before you start calling other farmers, tell you, please, my animals are ready, how do I sell them? Make sure you always have your people ready. This person I know has already promised me to buy the animals from me. But even with the promise, you should know that you have a backup plan. In case that one backfires, you can quickly swerve to another side and then you serve them. So that is the first thing they would have done differently if they're starting today. They look for the market first. And the next one is the breed. Especially now that farming is a business, not no more a hobby like the traditional way. Now it's a business. So look for the breed. Breed will give you the best performance. That is, if you get the best breed, you get the best performance. I always say that if you want to go into it as a business, the local breed is a no-go area because they take more feed to give you that small weight, and they can be on your farm for all God knows how long and still be looking this way small. But someone else might have 5 months old pigs looking like your 2 years old pig, which you marvel. So you need to also ensure that if you're going in as a business, look for the breed. And for the breed, usually for those who don't know anything about feeding and other things, I say if you're looking for the breed, always look for a hybrid. I wouldn't like this. Look for a hybrid, especially if you want to go into meat and other things. Look for hybrid. A large white father and then large waist mother. Let them meet. They give you a hybrid. And if you're conversant and you're competent enough or you're confident in yourself, then you can go in for your pure breed. But if you get a hybrid, whether you know how to manage them well or not, you at least do better than if you go in for a pure breed. Because dealing with pure breed, there are some strict practices you have to go accordingly to maintain and preserve those traits you have seen in the pigs. And for the breed, because you're going in as a business, look for the breed that grow very fast. They also give birth, especially the females. When they give birth to at least 8 piglets. You understand? And also, they have perfect feed conversion rate. That is, the feed they take should be able to be quickly converted into muscles. So if they are taking maybe 1 kilograms to give you 1 kg of body weight, you should ensure that they convert the feed adequately and not to eat more feed and still not give you the weight you need. So feed conversion rate is very important if you're looking to go into commercial production, and the litter size, the number of piglets from each pregnancy is also important, and then the growth rate. And the next one you need to also look at, they consider the room sizes, because at the end of the day, they realize that they have built rooms that were not necessary. Some too large, some too small. So with the large ones, they could see that if you put about 2 pigs there, the room, you have like wasted the space. And they've also realized that there are some spaces that they put a particular pig and the pig is struggling with the space, too small, but they can't modify it again. So that is why to tell you that always know that if you want to go into breeding, you know that the mother and the piglet, this is the space per the mother and then the piglet in a room. And if you're going for growers, know that maybe growers, I'm going to keep 20 growers in a room, and that each grower needs at least this amount of space. And then you construct it for the 20s to make it spacious enough. And with the spacing also, if your room is not more spacious enough, what is the mistake I've ever done before? You see that your pigs, they are not growing because of the stress they're going through. They are compact in a particular corner, so they can't even move themselves so easily. You see that your pigs will be there, they'll be eaten up, but they're still looking small. It is due to the stress and the inadequate space for them to turn themselves around and then to do certain things. That is why you see your pigs, yet they're looking small, and you have done everything possible to keep them growing. But the moment you separate them and give them allowances in the room, you see that they will start to shoot up in their growth. So space is one thing they talked about, and I think it's a very key thing that you need to also consider if you're going to pig farming. So your breed, but your market first before you talk about the room size. It's very, very important. And with your market, let me just add something small. Your market does not necessarily have to come from where your production site is. So if your farm is in community A, your market is not supposed to be in community A. It's not a must. In some cases, you might have a station in community A and it will work for you. But in other cases, you can be in community A and then your customers will be in community maybe Z, where you produce here, but you take it there. And end product, you take it there for them. Yeah, that is it. But I need to also put in some. But I need to also put certain factors into consideration, like cost of transportation and then some regulations, so that you don't implicate yourself. So this is what you need to know. And when you're going to pig farming, know that for pig farming it takes a lot of work and patience. You need to have patience. You need to wait. That is something you need to very take note of before you go into it. If you have seen that I am doing it, and maybe today I'm telling that I'm selling a single meal pig for 7,000 Ghana cedis, and you just hit 7,000 Ghana cedis, you run to me and then you want pig, let's go and start your farm. If you are feeding this pig for just 2 months, you see that if you are not passionate and it's based on the money, that's why you just came to me. After 2 months, you cannot keep going again. And that's why you might call me to give me some stories, and which you might think that maybe I deceived you into starting, or another person deceived you into investing in pig farming. But you need to have patience and know that you need to also invest in it. Don't expect to keep all the money to yourself 100%. You should spend at least half of the money to take care of the animals for them to look good, so that you can also keep the profit, half of the profit to yourself. Pig farming, you invest, you get your money back. A farmer came to buy two winners from me, and then I delivered the winners myself personally. I took the winners to the farmer's farm, and then when I took the winners to her farm, I fetched some of the feed I used to give them, and I took it to the farmer's farm. So when I did that, they gave that to the farmer. I asked the farmer that, please, this is what I've been feeding them, and if you want them to grow well for you, I think you can start formulating the same feed and then give it to them. So when I took her through the stages and the number of things she needs to buy to put into the feed, she was like, I could see that she was almost giving up. That is, how should I buy wheat? How should I buy soybean? How should I buy fish meal? How should I buy this? How should I? As soon as not to buy, some are replaceable. If you don't get the soybean, you can use the fish meal. If you don't get fish meal, use the soybean meal. But I could see that she was not willing at all to invest in them. And she resorted to asking me a particular question, that don't they eat kitchen waste? Don't they eat leftovers? Don't they eat grass? Don't they eat cassava? I said it is good for them, but that one should not be the actual feed, because as humans we need a number of things before you prepare food. For the food to even look delicious and nutritious enough, you combine a lot of things before you taste it better. That is the same thing with animals. You need to balance the diet for them. By you relying to kitchen scratch and all this, you might end up even giving moldy food to the animals. When they eat, it starts to have impact on their health, especially if they get pregnant. This moldy food can cause abortions, premature births in your pigs. Invest in your pigs. If you invest at least half of the money you would have gotten from the pig, you can also keep the half to yourself. It is good than to try to keep 70% or 80 and then struggling to have your pigs to grow or perform better for you. So that is what you need to know. And as you start this business, know that it is going to take a lot of work, but you will succeed with it if you put in your maximum best.